Hello friends, this is VM. In today's lesson, I'll be teaching you about orbitals. So friends, you all know about cells. What are cells? Cells are the circular paths around the nucleus in which electrons are revolved. Each cell is again divided into subcells, and each subcell is made up of definite number of orbitals in which electrons are located. So you can see in the screen orbitals. What are orbitals? Orbitals are the region of subcells where probability of finding electrons are maximum. Now let me give you an easy example of cell, subcell and orbitals. So friends, if you think a pack of matchboxes, a whole pack is like a cell, then each unit of matchbox inside the pack of matchboxes is like subcell, and the matchsticks inside each matchbox are like the orbitals. Now the question is, how much electrons can one subcell accommodate? So the number of electrons that can be held by one subcell is determined by a formula 2 into 2L plus 1, where L is the azimuthal quantum number. And friends, you all know that each subcell has its own azimuthal quantum number. So from this, how we will determine the number of electrons in each subcell? Let me show you. So on the left hand side, I am going to write the name of subcells, and on the right hand side the maximum number of electrons present in each subcell. So if you think for subcell is, the azimuthal quantum number is 0. So the formula will be 2 into 0 plus 1 is equal to 2 multiplied by 1 is equal to 2. So for subcell P, the azimuthal quantum number is 1. So the formula will be like this. So the maximum number of electrons in subcell P is 6. For subcell D, the azimuthal quantum number is 2. So the formula will be like that, and the maximum number of electrons is 10. And if you think for subcell F, the azimuthal quantum number is 3, and the maximum number of electrons in subcell F is 14. Now you can see in the screen the total number of electrons present in subcell S is 2, in subcell P is 6, in subcell D is 10, and for subcell F it is 14. Now let me tell you how much orbitals will be there in each subcell. So for that you have to know first, each orbital can hold maximum number of 2 electrons. on the right hand side I am going to write the number of subcells, and on the left hand side I wrote the number of subcells, and on the right hand side max number of orbitals. So friends, as we discussed, the maximum number of electrons for subcell S is 2, and each orbital can hold 2 electrons, right? So the number of orbital will be 1. For subcell P, the number of electrons are 6. So the maximum number of orbitals will be, the maximum number of orbitals will be 3. Let me do one correction over here. This is going to be 1, And now for subcell D, the maximum number of electrons are 10, and each orbital holds 2 electrons. So the orbitals number will be 5, correct? And for F, the number of electrons are 14, and the orbital numbers will be 7. So here you can see in the screen the number of orbitals in each subcell. Now I am going to make an easy table for you. I am going to write the number of shells, next to it max number of electrons, next the possible subcells, number of orbitals, and friends, you know that each orbital can hold maximum 2 electrons. So here is my table. Okay, now when the cell number is 1, the maximum number of electrons in cell 1 is 2, right? And the subcell is S. Number of orbitals are 1, and 1 orbital hold maximum 2 electrons for S subcell. Now, when the cell number is 2, the maximum number of electrons are 8. Here the possible subcells are S and P. And for the S subcell, the number of orbitals are 1, and for Phi 3, right? So this is 1 orbital for S subcell, and this P has 3 orbitals, 2 electrons in each orbital, and the maximum number of electrons are 6. Next, when the subcell is when the cell number is 3, the maximum number of electrons are 18, and the possible subcells are here S, P and D. Number of orbitals are 1, 3 and 5, and this is S orbital, this is P orbital, and this is orbitals of d subshell, and that is, you can see 5 orbitals are here, and it can hold maximum 10 electrons. And when the cell number is 4, the number of electrons in that cell is 32, right? And the possible subcells are S, P, D and F. And the number of orbitals are 1, 3, 5 and 7. So this is the orbital for S. Here 3 orbitals for the P, and the D has 5 orbitals, and the last F has 7 orbitals. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So it can hold maximum number of electrons are 14. So now you can see the table. Thank you for watching.